So Emmett Jack, a YouTube buddy of mine, asked me why I decided to go with Dr. Garramone, and I've got kind of a lengthy explanation for it because it entails a bunch of different things, so I figured a video would be easier to respond to that question. When I first came to terms with my trans identity, I knew for a fact that I wanted to have top surgery done, and so I started doing research early on. The beginning of my research was done on YouTube, and a lot of the YouTube trans community, as far as top surgery videos go, most of them were with Dr. Garramone. And so my logic was, there's no way I could go to Dr. Garramone. He's the most envied surgeon, so obviously he's going to be the most expensive. And I just kind of wrote him off without even doing any research at all. So I started looking into more surgeons that are closer to the St. Louis area, and Dr. Medali was one of the first ones that I really looked into, and I planned on going to him for I'd say a good 2 to 3 months. I had every intention of going to Dr. Medali. I started to do more research though, and I was looking at his results, and I was really, really impressed with his keyhole results, but I knew for a fact that my chest size, there was just no way that I would be able to have keyhole surgery done. And it wasn't that his double incision results were bad, it was more of they seemed sort of inconsistent. And this is in my personal opinion. I forgot to make that a disclaimer at the beginning. This is not my medical opinion. I don't have one because I know nothing about the medical field. But in my opinion, aesthetically, his results seem to be different for each of his patients. So I started looking into Dr. Johnson in Omaha, Nebraska. I have a couple really close friends here in St. Louis who have gone through Dr. Johnson, and their results have been really awesome. And I started looking more into him, and I also started to notice the more research that I did, the more his results for double incision were not really what I wanted. And I had seen, after I saw Dr. Garramone's results, I saw how consistent he was. And I was really pleased with Dr. Johnson's keyhole results as well. I knew I was going to be having a breast reduction before I started doing research. And in my naive and uneducated opinion, I was thinking that, maybe I can have my breast reduction done, have them be small enough so that I could have keyhole done, which I later found out that once you've had a breast reduction, if you're going to have top surgery done, it's got to be double incision. So once I came to that reality, I, just for kicks, decided to look into Dr. Garramone. Financial outlook for Dr. Medali and Dr. Johnson, they were both going to be around $8,500 was what I came up with. I'm pretty sure for the surgery alone, not including the stay and the travel and all that stuff. So just for kicks, I looked into Dr. Garramone. I'm getting my doctors confused now. I looked into Dr. Garramone and found out that he is only about 2.5 hours away from where my parents live in Florida. And so that by itself completely weeded out having to factor in how much hotels would cost, how much food would cost, which is a huge amount if you're staying for an entire week. He's also one of the only doctors that has a set price for everyone. His double incision cost right now is $6,500 set. And so basically all I have to pay for the surgery, for the entire experience, is going to be the surgery, the medication, the gas to get there and back, and that's really it, other than the odds and ends that they're going to make you pay for the compression socks and whatever. So for financial reasons, it makes the most sense. On top of that, I have had a breast reduction surgery done. So I've already got scars existing on my chest, and the surgeon's going to have to go over top of my existing scars. Basically, make it 2 scars on top of one. And I've seen a few people, a few trans guys that have gone through Dr. Garramone who have had breast reductions prior to their top surgery, and they're a little bit different, but they're consistent, and I am pleased with it. Aesthetically, in my opinion, Dr. Garramone's results for double incision are by far the best. They are the most, like I keep saying, they are the most consistent, and, obviously you can't have a perfectly male contoured chest, but he comes pretty close, and, over the years, the scars start to fade, and it does become a really aesthetically pleasing male contoured chest. So it was factoring in the financial aspect of it just makes the most sense for me. And then because I've had surgery done on my chest already, and I really want a doctor who is consistent, and it's my chest, and it's going to be the chest that I live with for the rest of my life. So I want it to look the way that I want it to look. And it's not that I don't trust any other doctors, it's just that Dr. Garramone's results, in my opinion, for a double incision are the best. I don't know about his keyhole results, because I don't even know if I've ever seen his results for keyhole. I think that answers it. I probably could have just written that out, but I'm very long-winded. I've already been talking for a long time. So if I didn't answer something or that brings up more questions, just let me know and I will answer those for you for sure. All right, see you guys.